Narrowboat, 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 Phil. I think it's Will. This is my Nissan van, you know, Mr. Van. I want to check my cam belt, which is behind there, and I need to get this engine mount off so I can look at it. It's been 5 years. It's only been 50,000 miles, so I just want to check the cam belt. It means taking this mount off here if you've got a Nissan Primastar, and these 3 bolts out here makes that all loose, and that bolt back there, I believe, steadying bar, hopefully it'll all come out. Let's find out. So the pulley wheel's off. This has got to come off next. Which is 1, 2, 3 bolts, and then this won't come undone, so I had to take those 3 bolts off down there as well. 16s, 17s. Let's make it a little bit more interesting for you. Comes out easy enough. There you go. There we are. Put that in the back. A little bit perished there, but not the end of the world. I'll put the bolts back in and then hold it, put it in the back. Well, this is where I'm at the moment. I'm trying to get this canvas cover off, which is attached wheel off. I've got a plastic cover that comes off with a 13mm and a little thing at the front. There's another one missing there anyway. There's one missing. There's another nut up there somewhere I've got to get off. Oh, there you are, you little bugger. Right, let's get that off. Cam cover. It's like a weird canvas. It can break really easy though. Got to be careful. I'll slip that out. Direct the engine up a little bit. Slipped it out from here. This is side of the road stuff. I'm not an expert. Just I can't afford to get a cam belt fitted right now, you know. Right, okay. There you are, the whole of the belt is exposed. You can see that or not. It's all cracking and split. I can see it even better now through the phone. I couldn't see that before. Just got to line the marks up. That mark there with that one there. And the pumps on these are just pumps. There's no marks on them. I'm still going to mark it. They're just high pressure pumps. You don't need to mark that. And the lower pulley down there, you can see that should be on that mark there. That mark there. That mark there, look, should be there. Is that mark there, look, I believe. Right, let's have a look. See that? There's a little, that's a little loose. I could probably pull that off. You can see it's been leaking for ages, look. That just sprayed out with WD-40, ignore that wet one, but it's all been leaking down here, out of here, for a long time. So I'm going to replace the seal behind there. That mount doesn't line up. Right there. So I'm going to turn it till it does. Cam belt's off, you can see it, can't you, look? Not too bad there. It's going its way, isn't it? Oh God, look at that. Definitely on its way. This moved, it flicked off a tooth. I'm sure it's a tooth out, you know, got on. I'll just check that out. There you can see the water pump there, and that's the tensioner. And there's the fuel pump. This is the tensioner for the V-belt, and that's the lower crank pulley there. This water pump don't feel too bad, you know. I feel alright, but I don't feel good, but it makes sense to change this water pump, doesn't it? Right, okay. This is day 2 of the van saga. Dun dun dun. This lower pulley wheel just pulled off, and it's toothed there, lot. So you don't want to lose that. Let's get the mark lined up. That's the seal, and that's what's got to come out. This wheel here has got a few. I've sanded it all down, it's all flat now. Can't see it being a problem, but because this might need replacing, I'm going to leave that seal. That seal is just too hard for me to get into on the side of the bloody road. I'm too nervous that the rains are going to come. It's going to be stuck here for weeks, so I'm going to get this job done out of the way today. Got to get water pump off next, and then get the belt back on and go for get it back on the road. Water pump's off, and tensioner's off. Just got to scrape that water pump surround now. Look at that core plug there. If you don't put coolant in, your water expands and that pops out. It saves your engine, you know. Right, it's starting to rain, bloody Nora. This is how far I've got now. I've got the pump on, that stopped, there's a gap in the rain. It's thrown it down all day. I've got the pump on and the tensioner. So now I've got to get the belt on. And I've put some thread lock on those nuts as well, those bolts. Because I ain't got a torque wrench, so I've just tightened it down to what I feel is tight enough. Just on the verge of, you know how tight it is, don't you? Get a feeling. Anyway, right, belt on. Oh, I've got to this stage now. I put the coolant in. The belt's on. I've tensioned it up. You've got to do these by sound, boom, boom, boom. And there's a Hertz app you can get for the right sound. I'm gonna. It's as tight as I feel as normal cam belts are, you know. Half a turn, maybe, on the longest part. Oh no, I've turned it over a few times now. This is the nerve-wracking bit. I'm going to put the mount back on and then fire it. Oh no, I've got to put that back on yet. Loads to go yet. This is it now. This is the big one. I've turned the engine over 2 or 3 times. Check the tension. Put everything back together. Now it's time to fire it. Oh no. I've got to tighten that down yet properly. It's only hand tight. I nipped it up. The V-belt's not on yet. Wow. A bit nervous. I don't want to. Well, it's not touching any valves, so either the timer will be out or it'll fire up. Let's find out. This is a scary bit. No, no. Oh, not firing. Not firing. I put the exact same position back with the timing marks. Didn't move them. Oh, what the hell is going off? I didn't move anything. Oh, fuck. Took that off. And it fired up. Why? taking that off, would it fire up? Engine man. Check this out. Pull the engine forward. What is going on? So it's pulled off somewhere, isn't it? Oh man. Electrical somewhere. Oh man, what is it now? Can you hear the birds? Look at those skies. Look at my hands. Oh no. Filthy thumbs definitely now, look. I've just finished fitting that cam belt, new V belt. Wow, what a job. That's taken me 2 days. Look at them skies. After spending ages trying to find this fault, it turned out to be this earth strap was loose, and every time I pulled the engine forward it would come loose, you know, and it can cut out. So I put a new bolt in. While I'm here, I'm going to take this DPF filter off, clean that valve, EGR valve, sorry, EGR valve, DPF. And also I've noticed there's a wire there, lot that's needs a bit of tape on it, been chafing on something. Alrighty, while I was at it, I might as well clean the EGR valve, which is very carboned up, as you can see. I'll get a bit of petrol, hopefully. There you go, it's a lot cleaner, isn't it, than what it was. Better. Right, back in. Clean that as well. Every time I took this off, the engine would move. Every time I put it on, I pulled the engine forward, it cut out. Bastard! And that earth's down there, look. On the verge of going, that tensioner bearing. This is the condition of the cam belt, like you can see how that's, anybody can, you have to be a mechanic to know that's going to break soon, can't you? So 7 years, see, it's all tip there, lot, eh? So 7 years. This is why it's so important to get your cam belt done every 5 years, you know. I thought it was 5, it's been 7 years, only 50,000 miles. Big split there, look. Wow, bad, isn't it? And this is the V belt. You see what's called a V belt, can't you, look? This drives the this big one. This makes the engine turn top and bottom. So that makes your engine run, you know. This one drives your air conditioning and your alternator. That wasn't too bad, but that's still, see, it's still cracking and breaking inside. You see that? Can't quite see it. You know, it's cracking a lot inside. But I use that as a tool. I use that as a tool to get the crank pulley wheel off. You have to fold it back on itself like that, and then lock that onto something, and you can use that as a tool to unlock your pulley wheel, if the people out there know what I'm talking about. There we are, that's that, and that's that pulley wheel bearing had gone. So this is the water pump. I mean, yeah, it's rusty, and it turns, so this belt here turns this, as it turns it there with tension, that doesn't feel, and the wheel's a bit rough, it's a bit rusty, and that turns the impeller inside, and that pushes your water around your engine. If you don't know, that keeps your engine cool. So this turns, and what happens with these seize up, these can seize up, and it snaps this, and then your engine fails and you've got to get a new engine. That doesn't feel bad, you know. But if you don't change it, because the new belt is much stronger and more tension than the old belt, the new tension on this will destroy the bearings, so that you have to change both at the same time. That's what happens when it's running. It's like spinning all the time like that, and it's in really good condition. It's a shame to throw it away, you know, to take to the scrappy. It's probably, see, it's all pitted on the, it's pitted there, look. It's got marks on it, it's pitted as well, so. Might have lasted, I don't know, you just don't know, do you? Well, it's a bit stiff, that. Yeah, probably do, you know. This is what DIY does, look, even though I'm wearing gloves. You know, your hands, you get covered in cuts all over the place. Horrible old hands, look. Covered in them. You're getting a spanny doing that. Not that. That. After all that work of doing the cam belt, spent days and days on it. Now that's gone. The windscreen wash pump has gone completely. There's power going to it on the switch. Switch live, going to that switch. But the pump's not working, so I need to get a new pump. They're only about £9. Well, it just keeps giving this van. It just keeps giving you more and more work. It loves